making some fucking weird-ass unicorns.
Now, what exactly do I mean by weird-ass unicorns? Because that's a pretty general term. I guess you could call it an alicorn because it's going to have wings, but it's also going to have two heads, so that's not really a typical unicorn either. I got these two unicorns when I was thrifting and I had to buy a bag to get a doll. I do make custom dolls a lot, but I don't like wasting whatever else is in the bag, so I thought, why not make something weird and wonderful? I think I'm going to do the My Little Pony looking one for the base and then chop up the other one into teeny tiny pieces and attach it. I want to make this look horror-ish and weird and just generally disturbing. It's also going to probably be mechanical and completely made out of trash, junk, and such and such. I definitely want the heads to kind of look realistic in a way. No harsh rules in that aspect. And I definitely want to make some big old teeth on the mouth, maybe even add extra eyes, definitely adding extra limbs, and obviously there's two heads. I want the second head to kind of come off of the shoulder, and I think it will work sizing-wise because the first MOP is so big. I honestly don't really have too much of a plan, and I never really have too much of a plan for my projects. I just kind of draw whatever the hell I want, and then I start gluing shit together until something works out. Most of what I've shown on this channel so far has been art and like just sketching or drawing or illustration. So this is a side of my creative sort of visions and ideas that you haven't really seen yet. I do a lot of this. I make a lot of different miniatures and weird and odd looking things. I definitely make oak dolls occasionally, but I thought it'd be fun to just make some random projects every now and again that don't have to do with a series or something that is sequential and has rules. And it's also a good way to use up my trash, which I know most of the folks in my house want me to get rid of. So yeah, this is my really weird haunts. And it is, it's something. He's for sale. I think he's free. Or is he discounted? I think he might be discounted. So basically, he's going to be made out of trash, plastic, and a bunch of shit that I just absolutely throw together with no means of a plan or measuring or fucking anything really that requires a brain. This is just for fun. Let's go. Let's do that. Yeah. Woo! I'm down. Why? Oh, horses! As you can see, I'm voiceovering some of these parts, just because I tend to listen to shit in the background when I'm crafting, and I want to keep doing that. So, we have to start by removing this hair. I don't think I know this pony's name. I don't even know if it's from, like, a certain generation or if this is some form of knockoff. Also, great fucking camera work there. You're fucking out of the frame entirely. I'm really shit at this whole YouTube thing. So basically, I just chop off as much of the hair as I can. I'm not too concerned with getting all of it, but I do spend a decent fucking amount of time trying to get all of it right here because it pissed me off. You will observe my left-handed scissors that I'm not using with my left hand, despite the fact that I am indeed left-handed. Right-handed society has conditioned me. Holy fucking shit. I basically just cut the hair as close as I possibly can to the neck and base, just because I don't want it getting in the way, and I don't exactly think our horse is going to have a long, luscious mane. So right here, I am kind of very vaguely lining out the parts of this second unicorn that I want to cut up and mutilate and use as spare bits for attaching to the first, I guess, alicorn. I just use a Ohuhu marker right here. Just any kind of water-soluble marker should be just fine. It's really just for the sake of my sanity and my planning. To cut this, I am going in with a, like, saw and a X-Acto knife and shit, and I did put on a mask because plastic dust gets everywhere when you cut plastic. So, yeah. Alright, so here's the unicorn all drawn out. And there is the unicorn bits. Wow, look at that. We don't need those two. They can go back in the garbage bin. Now we have our other unicorn, and let's go. We're gonna now put these all together with glue and shit. I use hot glue. I'm a hot glue stan, actually. If you don't like hot glue, maybe I don't like you. And yes, we are on my floor. Floor is king. Floor is good shit. I have sandpaper here, and put on a respirator when you sand plastic. Aha! You don't want lung cancer now, do you? I start with, like, a sheet sandpaper so I can really get on the grooves, and wow, I'm doing such a fucking good job at being in frame. Listen, it's fucking hard. I don't know how to do any of this shit. But, I want to show people creepy unicorns, so I guess I'll have to deal with it. I'm basically trying to sand the plastic down so shit has an easier time sticking to it. Hot glue's pretty good at just grabbing onto anything, but there's always positives to having more surface that is rough and full of little divots so the glue can really stick and attach and hold on like some grubby little fingers. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I have 3 different sandpaper things, a nail file that is very large, and then I also have a very teeny tiny nail file that I will get out later on. And I just have to sand all the sides of this main horse. Anyone know who this horse is? I think I showed the cutie mark earlier in the video, but yeah, tell me. So now I take the head and various unicorn body bits and I hot glue around their edges and carve and cut them into place. So I will take scissors, pliers, really whatever I need, and I will start to chip away at the different body pieces until they fit kind of smoothly to the other mold. If you're a psychopath like me who has hobbies that actively destroy their hands, you're gonna actively touch the hot glue. I touch this shit right out of the nozzle. My hot glue gun is not a temperature-controlled hot glue gun. I just fucking don't feel anything from my fingers at this point anymore. So, you know, like a psychopath, I just smooth out the hot glue with my hands. It's something I do a lot. Sorry if that fucks you up in the head or something. Basically, I'm going to repeat this sort of process I did for the head. I'm going to trim, I'm going to outline, and then I'm going to slowly cut and paste and make a little pile of unicorn scraps to hope that these pieces fit rather seamlessly on the main body, and then I will hot glue it on and smooth it out with my fingers. So watch as I do that repeatedly for like 5 limbs. As you can see by my very eloquent explanation of throwing trash at you, it's time to have very good fun times with this unicorn. I want to make some wings. I have some paper to be the base. I really kind of fucked up opening this paper. It didn't want to work with me. But you know me, I'm a creature of determination, and don't watch the hissy fit I threw. I was a little concerned on like what I was gonna do for the wings, because I didn't want to do like normal Pegasus wings. That's boring shit. I love doing eyeballs and creepy crap like that, but I also kind of like a cool like little bat wing look that looks like dragon-esque. So like, what the fuck to do? Do fucking. Oh, I have the best idea, actually. There's two wings, there's two of them. So, you know what that means. Yeah, use your powers of observation. One of both. One of each. Sorry, not one of both. I don't have powers of observation, apparently. I slapped the paper, don't know why. And now it's time to start trying to draw up that wing pattern. So I take up my lovely little marker. I try to scribble out that sign of like a barcode and shit. Got this from Goodwill. Don't know why I did that, but I did. And I'm kind of low-key lining it up. This, again, my methods include nothing of measurements or math or, thought. But I kind of wanted the wings to, like, fit, so, like, maybe I did a bit of that, like one-to-one tracing and such. Now I kind of draw out this jagged shape for the first one, trying to make those corners feel like leathery skin, and I am basically piecing together these different pieces of cardboard to give myself a kind of less, it's a base. It's something that I will layer trash upon. Now back with them left-handed scissors that I don't use with my left hand, and I cut this out. Any of this trash will go, all these like trash clippings will either go into this project or will go back in my beautiful trash bin, my drawer, my tunnel of trash. I think about it every day. The other piece of cardboard I have here is from a little pet shop box. It's the new gen. They kind of look like the really older gens with the style of how they're like painted and the molds. And I very much am fond of that. I like the fact they brought back the old generation stuff. Obviously, to make this kind of seamless, I have to draw on that pattern to the other thing. I was like, what do I batwing this by? But it was pretty simple. Then for this like little bottom bit, I just cut that out. You know, that's not the bottom, that's the top. I cut through this like poor monkey creature. I remember feeling really bad about that. Sorry, bud, you're getting decapitated. I think that's a cow actually, but decapitation is his fate. So then I put those together and realized I need a bottom. So this is the bottom, not a yaoi bottom. I tear off that excess and then I cut it because I didn't need to tear it. And then I try to, basically, this is how I measure things. See, I cut little bits off at a time until it fits. And if I go too far, guess what? We're restarting. So I just cut that until it was vaguely the right shape. And then I started cutting it kind of inwards to create a like concave angle to kind of line up with the sharpness of the rest of the wing. Then we used my favorite method of just taking random pieces of cardboard and using them as like glue tack. So I put hot glue and then I'll put all these different layers on, and that's how I'll hold this shit together. So right there, you know, iron out where it's gonna go. Awesome. Then we take hot glue and we just go and then you just go and then you nice there, yep, and then you gotta line up your other pieces nice and easy, nice and good. You line up those other pieces and you attach them all together, and then eventually when the hot glue dries you can trim anything, and then you do the same shit to the other side. Wow. I don't even wait for the hot glue to dry. That's just me. Same shit, other side. Lego. Okay, so I am going to speed up the rest of this footage because this video is going to be very long, and, you know, I want some life to my storage, so I just keep reinforcing this wing, and we'll keep going with that speed. My hands are moving a little too fast, sorry, but I'll try my best to explain what I'm doing. I decided the bottom of the wing didn't look spiky enough, so I added some other bits of cardboard here and there to add that spiky nature. Don't know how anything would fly with these, but I'm not going for accuracy. This thing has two heads and only one body, and the second head's connected to the body via glue, and there's nothing inside either of them, so they don't have souls or hearts or organs. Anyway, look at this Hello Kitty packaging. This is one of the pieces of cardboards I have at cardboards. This is, oh, I realized my light was in frame. Isn't that great? Aren't I doing a good YouTuber? This is one of the pieces of cardboard I have like just an obscene amount of in my collection because I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I'm also, oh, there's the box again. It goes clap. I'm a bit of a hoarder, and I love Sanrio. Sanrio? Don't know how to say it, but I'll say it both ways. Love that little Hello Kitty freak. She's great. Oh, I'm drawing eyeballs. Oh yeah. Best eye I've ever drawn. Eye time. Yep, you are correct. This like little Hello Kitty packaging is from like a little dollar store blind box series that I keep buying because I can't get that fucking frog. I can't get Karopi in the little stripy uniform. I keep getting the green one. I've gotten like 15 green ones. I have all the ultra rares. I can even sense the Karopi by shaking the box a little. I know I can pick it out every single time, but you know what it is never? It's never the right fucking Karopi. So I drew this eyeball shape, and we're doing for like a gory, weird eyeball, you know, with its tendrils and sockets shit, because how else are you supposed to do like an eyeball wing, you know? I don't know. So I just traced that onto these long strips of paper that I eventually plan to cut out and overlap. fair warning, my hot glue gun decided to malfunction completely coming up soon, and I had to take a bit of a break from recording to fix it. We might see that travesty pretty soon, but at first, I think we're gonna have to cut this out. I don't know where the fuck I went. I went somewhere. Eventually, I did, in fact, fix my fucking hot glue gun. And I was able to take that and glue the pieces of this together. Oh, no, this is when my glue gun broke. Okay, wait. Now, this is when my glue gun broke. Before was a cool transition to cut out my paper. Nah, this shit was broken. I hate it when glue guns do this, by the way. It's like the most frustrating thing in the world because I feel like I'm just wasting hot glue. And I don't like wasting hot glue, man. That is an expensive resource. But you see what it did? You see what it fucking did? It wouldn't push through any further, and now you have this weird globular thing on the end, which is very fun to play with, but it's also frustrating, because what the fuck? You mean I wasted all that shit for? Yeah. So not great, and I did have to go away for a bit and try and fix that, but eventually we got there, and I was able to glue everything together. And now I'm throwing trash at the unicorn, because that's how you do anything around this channel. I'm speeding up this footage even fucking more because I have really no clue what to say, and I kind of keep doing things. I got these earring backs and these earrings that I separated and pulled apart. They're little rhinestones and they're made of felt. That's very interesting. Anyway, I thought that would look good on the shoulder piece, but you know, and then I was like, there's this this is a lid of a, I believe, paint tube, and I was like, but it's too thick. It will protrude off of my thing for too long. So I cut it down to size with a lot of struggling. Like, do you see this? You see how long this clip is? This is like 5 times speed. Dude. Yeah, so that little painter's tube lid was like fucking testing me, but I did eventually get it, and I kept the little sides because, you know, I always got to use that shit. Organization time happened right there. I have some earring backings and this old like plastic casing. This is from like a like thread thing from Dollarama, like for sewing thread. Yeah, and I was like, I want to cut this up and use all those little side bits, so I did. But to stop it from cracking, I had to cut like individual slices so we wouldn't put too much pressure on the plastic and crack. It's still cracked in some places, but it's fine. It's fine. It's trash. I'll do great. Some of it liked to fly across the room, but I'm pretty good at controlling that shit. Anyway, put those all in one spot. I think they'll be good for like layering mechanical pieces almost, I would say. I do want to like cut off that little bit, which I do for some of them, but I just don't do those all on camera because it's fucking boring as shit, and this is already so goddamn long. Anyway, it takes me fucking forever to do, but you know, we'll get there eventually and we'll have a good time. Anyway, in the meantime, I brought out a whole bunch of more junk, but now we're going to make stuff with this junk. So we're going to go with that earring bit and a couple different buttons, and we're going to layer it. So we're going to put this earring bit on the shoulder. And the cool thing about this earring guy being like felty is that it's going to lay really nicely on the shoulder. I was very happy with that. Basically, we're going to glue gun it, and we're just going to round all the edges of that, and we're going to press it and hold it until it's nice and secure on the shoulder. Basically, I don't know if anyone here has, like, had any introduction with trash art before, but, yeah, all these random pieces will eventually look good together, I hope. I glue this large bulbous button in the center. Basically, I'm going to base coat all this, and then make it one uniform color and then paint it myself, so the varying different colors will not matter in the end. If you've ever seen Studston's video, who does this way better than I do, go check him out. He has some really cool videos and is great at trash collecting. I tend to look at my hand in frame. Wow, that's fucking great. I really enjoy his videos on Ghibli and, or Ghibli, if you say it like that. That is also fine. I really enjoy those videos, and I think he uses trash extremely well. Anyway, I wrapped this little bracelet cord around the edge of my button to just, you know, make my life a living hell or something. I don't know. Yes, this is from a bracelet, and I did cut it off, because guess what? When jewelry breaks, it's just new trash. Then I clean up the center bit, because I don't know why, I just felt like it, I just wanted to. And then we take that, we take this big button with this braided bit around, and we're gonna glue that in the center there. Yep, right there, right there. Take the glue gun. Sorry, that was gross. If you thought that was gross, I'm sorry. Press it down, let it fill, or whatever the hell. And then I wanted to have more buttons. I have a lot of fucking buttons, let me tell you. But I also have a lot of chains. So there's this like little compact chain I have from a really old necklace. I like to go to the thrift store and buy like boxes of old jewelry, and I'll take what I like, yeah, and I'll wear it. But anything I don't like, it becomes new trash. Well, if I offer it to friends and family first, but if they don't want it, then new trash for me. Woo! Love that. Anyway, I glue that in around in the center, and oh, look at me, I'm dazzling it. I have another button, amazing, and another button. It's so tiny, they're very small. Buttons can just get incredibly minuscule. I put that in too early and the hot glue was still wet, so it kind of stuck in there, and then I had to struggle with my big fat fingers and try and get it. But anyway, in the end, it was fine, and I put more hot glue in there, so we really didn't need to pull it out, but I didn't like the lack of control I had in that situation. Yeah. And then I got rid of the hot glue spiders, and if you rub your hands together really, really fast when the hot glue spiders are on you, you can make like a hot glue spider ball and look like wool and shit, and that's how you get rid of hot glue. Hot glue spider ball right there. That was a really small and pathetic one, but you know, I've made some monsters before. Then you're gonna take another little dab of hot glue and you're gonna put the teeniest button on, the smallest of them all. But then you still have those little annoying buttonholes that still show through when you do your paint job. So then you're gonna take this earring back, this like transparent earring back that you have. It's like squishy plastic, and you're gonna take another dab of hot glue, and you're gonna put the earring back in the center there to get rid of those like little teeny tiny buttonholes. Yeah, woo, shoulder piece. Look at that, guys. He's pretty. It's pretty cool. It's cool, and we used a lot of trash. I love trash, man. Trash is good. Alright, so now we're moving on to the leg. I'm going to use some of that plastic shit that you saw me cut up before. It's from the needle thing. I'm trimming it down. I'm taking the tops off, you know, all that shit. Goodbye. I waved it goodbye because it flung halfway across the goddamn room like it's on a fucking acid trip or some shit. I don't know. Anyway, there's that trash, a glorious pan of the trash. And here comes back our Hans, and I want to do this leg because it's the closest thing to the shoulder, and I like proximity and shit. So basically, I'm going to do a quick little demo thing of just like slap some hot glue on there and then start layering up those little plastic bits. Kind of give them overlap, but also leave some space in between so we can get some fun nooks and crannies in the end. Of course, we're going to do the backside of the leg. That is impossible to film. I'm sorry. It's really bad. You're going to see 80% my hands. You guys are going to memorize the texture of my skin by the time this video is over. Anyway, I try my best. Oh, you see my hair right there. That's as close as you're going to get to a face reveal fucking ever. And then I'm just going to keep on placing and putting hot glue down, and that's the kind of process for this whole shtick. If you like it, try it yourself, and if you don't have hot glue proof hands, I'm sure you will by the end of trying it. Honestly, this is what I love curved plastic for, this kind of layering kind of shit. It's good, it's great, you cut it up all the time, and it's just gonna look really fun and interesting. Hot glue spiders, gotta remove them. They haunt me. I'm gonna do the back leg off camera because that shit was hard. Yeah, so the back leg is also done. So now we gotta do more shit. Basically, now I'm taking these like little leather strands and from a bracelet, and I cut that in half because they were too thick. So I cut them in half, and I'm using that along like what I would say are the seams and the edges, kind of to clean up the look. And they're very stiff and thick. I haven't added them to the backside at all, but I don't know if that was necessary. My fucking hand is covering everything. I don't know if any of this is good footage, but memorize my skin, I guess. That's really all I can tell you. I'm trying to be conscious, but I ain't that good of a YouTuber yet. Yeah, so I just hold those down because some of them are stubborn, but, you know, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it? You can't do anything about it. They're gonna be stubborn, and you just have to be more stubborn as the tail goes. And then I add some vertical pieces. I added, like, 3 horizontal pieces, 3 vertical ones. I cut them to size, and then just shoved them in there with hot glue. This also thickens up that limb, because honestly, the other like limbs on the main horse are like so tiny in comparison. It's like, ooh. So I'm glad I get to add some bulk. Though I am adding bulk to the other limbs, so I'm sure it will kind of not even out in the end, but shh, don't tell me that. Anyway, I added some rivets and some use of like old jewelry beads to add like kind of like these ankle and knee joints. There's another little jewelry bead that I added, a couple different like half cut pieces, and I just glue that. That's another earring back on another button, and then a little bead on top to add some dimension. Glue that on the heel, and I also added some chains around it because I felt like it was too bulbous of a thing. The button to like bead transition. So I found some chains, and I have a lot of chain lying around, and I don't like gold for myself, so I tend to use it on projects. So I just kind of measured that to length. The way you do that is you find the exact like chain lock, and then you hold that right there, and that's where you're gonna cut. And then I take my pliers and I cut it, and it's out of focus. Awesome. Oh, there you can see my dirty nail. Wheel. Anyway, once you cut that and you yank it free. You yank it free and you show it off because it's sparkly and fun. Oh, you dropped it. You show it off because it's sparkly and fun, and oh wow, you're out of frame, bitch. And then you're gonna take a little dribble of hot glue, even like a morsel. It's not even a full thing. You're gonna rotate that around the edge of the bead, and you're just gonna because it's not going to look ugly. It's going to be fine. And then you're going to wrap that chain around. You kind of almost drop it on that thing. And then kind of try to make the end meet in somewhere that isn't the front. So kind of go back towards the back so your mistakes are hidden by the shame of your past. Woo! I like it. Shiny. And then I added this little clay thing I made. I think it was trying to be an earring, but I just never finished it. So I was like, oh yes, I do like that on the side. Add some bumps, add some dimension, add some shape. So I just do some hot glue on the little tiny ends, and then I go wee, and then I block my entire fucking frame with the fucking hand in your face. It's really hard to film this direction when I'm left-handed and everything is so close. Anyway, I added a half bit of a pop tab right there to add like another little layer to that kind of curvature side, because all the other lines are straight down there, so I wanted to add more. And I have another bit of a pop tab that I want to add kind of like up there. But first I'm gonna add this little guy. Oh wow, that's like a little staple. I don't know. It's shiny. It's shiny. That's what it is. Anyway, the other half of the pop tab is coming, I think. I just gotta get rid of those hot glue spiders. Where's my pop tab? Come on, man. There it is. It's elusive. It's so elusive. It's elusive. Awesome. Love it. 10 out of 10. Would try again. Have a good day. Woohoo!
I do in fact low-key hate this, but I am going to have to split this video up into parts because it is destroying my storage. I can't even receive emails anymore. So I'm going to speed up the rest of this footage, post this as is, and hopefully I will get you guys the next part eventually. Once it's all done, I'll probably compilation it, shove them all together in one video, but I hate part 2s as much as you do. I'm sorry, I literally don't know a way around this. Okay, thank you. I'll see you next time. I'm Ace. This is my art.